Hey Leo, welcome to your second reading for February. I hope this finds you well. I am bringing you a general reading for the collective of Leo, Sun, and Rising. Yes, indeed. Just a little note, I'm sending lots of love and positive energy to those of you still enduring some of the aftermath of Winter Storm Uri here in the States. It's been rough. I hope you're beginning to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope if you enjoy the reading that you'll join us by subscribing, liking the video, sharing the video, whatever you can do to kind of get it out there would be greatly appreciated. And for those of you who are returning, so glad to be with you. I'm always so excited when my Leo readings come on a weekend. It's almost like I'm a little more relaxed. I don't know. I kind of work every day, so it shouldn't make a difference, but for some reason on a mental level, it does. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull two cards from the Enchanted Map. I have to keep the book here. The Enchanted Map. I love the energies that have been coming through here. Little messages about where we are on our journey, on the path. So one card for Divine Masculine and one for Divine Feminine. They both came out in reversed, so I will read them to you. Masculine gets card 14, Ride the Wave. Okay, Ride the Wave. I love that. Now 1 and 4 is 5. So 5 indicates numerologically an energy of change, right? And sometimes change can be uncomfortable and we tend to want to over control it. Ride the wave, baby, but it's in reverse. So I'm going to read that to you. And then the feminine gets card 53. Listening. Someone else got this. I can't remember which sign got it, but in reverse. It also came out in reverse. Listening. Card 53. 5 and 3 is 8. And 8, think of the 8 of Pentacles, right? Real focused attention, sustained effort, attention and energy on that one thing right in front of you. Well, we can do the same thing with our listening skills, really tuning in and staying in the moment and tracking what someone is saying. So I will read these two cards to you. They both came out in reverse. Also, please note, when I get through the reading, I separate Divine Masculine from Divine Feminine energy. You just need to find which side of the spread speaks to you. Forget the labels. Which side of the spread speaks to you? That's your energy, regardless of whether you're here as the Leo or here as a cross watcher. That's your energy, and then the other side of the spread is that of your divine counterpart. I hope that makes sense. It is a general reading for the collective, so I separate the energies, but I always say feel free to flip them around, so that if the masculine side speaks to you, but you insist you're the feminine, just switch the labels, feminine, masculine. It's very simple, but it tends to confuse people. So I've been doing it for like a year and a half, and it still throws people off because not many readers read the way I do. Okay, so ride the wave. You may be mistaking a rogue wave for a fun ride. You can only coast for so long before you hit the shoreline with a smack. The tide is ebbing and your activities are now preparing you for when that wonderful wave comes in for you to ride. You're meant to learn how to be a strong swimmer now. Don't worry, preparation ensures a successful result. However, you must wait patiently for the right moment to come. Now is the time for conscious preparation and skill building. So that reversed energy of riding the wave is almost a little bit of, hey, you know, you're going to have to do a little swimming. Getting out ahead of the wave enough so you have more of a sense of control. So constant conscious preparation and skill building is needed. And this feminine card 53. Card 53. Okay, in reverse. So it says, are you feeling that you're not being heard? That perhaps your needs aren't valid and that your song will go unsung. Now is the time to bring your message to the world. Speak up. It's time for your voice to resound throughout your sphere of influence. This is a moment to say what you mean and ask for what you want. In the reverse position, listening has another meaning too. It also asks you if you're refusing to listen to someone else, preferring to hear what you want instead of what's being said. This is a time to get out of denial. Reverse, this card always brings freedom if you heed its advice. So that's pretty straightforward. Find your voice. This is the time we all need you to step in to the collective here with your own story or your own gifts and what you have to share. So really work on your 5th chakra, but also be sure that you're not blocking out what you don't want to hear. Okay, so really powerful messages from the Enchanted Map. And one more card for the beautiful Leos watching. This is from a new deck, so for those of you who have offered donations to the channel, this is how I use it. So this is a little inspirational insight card deck from real famous people, you know, thought leaders, writers, authors, poets, just really beautiful thoughts. So I wanted to share it with you. So thank you for those donations. And let's pick one card for the Leos watching. This is for the Leos watching. Our beautiful Leos. So, from Wilma Mankiller, the secret of our success is that we never, never give up. Right? Secret of our success is we never, never give up. So I'm liking that for you, Leo. It feels a little related to the Ride the Wave card in reverse, because the Ride the Wave card in reverse is kind of reminding you, you know, if you think you know it all, that wave is going to smack you onto the ground and teach you otherwise. So always be a constant learner and never give up. So I love that. And you too can be a successful surfer. I know the surfing metaphor escapes me at the moment, but I do remember growing up, my father telling me, never turn your back on the ocean. She is harsh. Never turn your back on the ocean. Always be looking at the waves. And that came in handy a time or two. Okay, so let's see what's going on in your connection, Leo. If you're wondering where the morning musings went, as for those of you who were watching them, and I really did enjoy your support after 3 cycles, and they just weren't catching on, and it was kind of dragging down the channel. I know I mentioned all that. That's all just algorithm stuff. It's nothing personal, but I have been informed of a new way that I can bring them back onto the channel without it impacting the overall metrics that are so important for me to keep this channel afloat and keep bringing these readings to you. So there will be more news coming, but I feel it will be in the form of a membership. So that way, all the new and fun things that I want to do don't end up punishing the channel as a whole. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing and not take anything away, but I may be adding things into a membership platform. So I just thought I'd let you know that. And thank you so much for those of you who keep coming back. And, you know, anytime I ask for help, you're always so generous, and it means so much to me. So thank you for that. Okay, where are we? Well, hello, Virgo. Anymore, I don't even get surprised. I used to get shocked all the time, but this is the Virgo energy in this divine feminine. 9 of Pentacles, independent, you know, autonomous. This is, you know, even a little bit on the edge of fierce independence. And an attractor, this beautiful feminine energy attracts to them everything that they want and desire, with the exception of a stable love life. So, hello. And we've got this masculine stepping into the reading in the energy of the 7 of Wands, which feels, they can be can be like standing up for yourself, right? But it can also be a little bit defensive or resistant. So I'm feeling the tension. There's tension in this card. We will see what that's about. One more shuffle, please. All right, so let's see what we're going on. Queen of Wands, but of course, there's the Emperor and more Virgo. So, cannot make it up, guys. The present experience for this masculine is this divine masculine energy of the Emperor. It is about kind of jumping in the driver's seat of their own life, taking control, and it's kind of very powerful action. The divine masculine energy in this Emperor embodies all the highest and best attributes of all 4 kings. In reverse, a bit of a tyrant. So, think about somebody who's always controls everything, and think about the less desirable aspects of the four kings. So in reverse. So I'm going to have to see, because I'm seeing the resistance. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. But we've got this emperor, and the emperor is flanked in the past by a Queen of Wands and in the present by the Hermit. So right off the bat, we have fire and earth, Aries, Leo, Sag, in the Queen of Wands, and the Virgo energy of the Hermit. So there's something, this masculine, this can just be totally Virgo energy, but it's also, it's feeling to me in the future like this masculine may be on a bit of a solitary journey. This is about learning and kind of doing that self-study to elevate your own self-awareness, become enlightened within it, like your own guru, and then light the path for others. So I find that interesting. Could be that they are moving toward that Hermit energy. Could be this is because both these cards are Virgo, so I'm just going to say that. But we also see this Queen of Wands in the past. And the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very self-assured, very much in their power, and a take no prisoners kind of energy. So I'm not sure if that is another party, or if it represents this masculine's attraction, my gosh, to this feminine. So it can be a little bit of both. Underneath, 8 of Pentacles coming out in the past for the feminine. 7 of Pentacles. Look at all this earth energy. It feels very strong to me that this is an earth sign. And then the clearing the air, this Knight of Swords. This is a very insistent energy, usually when there's been something that's been misunderstood. And so we're seeking the clarity here. We want to get out in front of something and kind of clear the air or speak a truth. So that would go very nicely with the listening card, speaking a truth and having our voice come out in a way that is honorable and truthful and has integrity. So that's really interesting. In the past here, I'm seeing this 8 of Pentacles feminine really was focused on a creative solution to a problem, right? This 8 of Pentacles is the Apprentice card. So it's like learning something new about a situation and really working through it and trying to come up with creative solutions to what's not working right. And presently, boom, seeds have been planted and waiting for things to unfold organically. This feminine is definitely flying solo. Whoever it is definitely on their own and moving forward in their life. Trusting, there's a certain amount of trust in that 7 of Pentacles that what has been planted will take root and will eventually grow according to the laws of nature. So I find that pretty interesting. Another new deck here. I am breaking in this little Magic Seer deck for clarifiers. So thanks again for your donations. This is how I use it. It's pretty much the standard Rider-Waite deck, only with, I like to say, it looks like cartoon coloring. Reminds me of the Modern Witch deck, which I love. Okay, so thank you for that. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I know when I get that tickle. Let me just reshuffle a little bit. When I get that tickle, I'm like, is that going to happen smack in the middle of me talking? That is, oh, that's never ideal. 7 of Wands. Beautiful Leo. 7 of Wands for our masculine here. There's something that's ending for this masculine. It feels like a big relief. The 10 of Wands, that sort of offloading all the negative karma that's been building up over time. And it's kind of just, they're done. So that 7 of Wands feels like, the 7 of Wands feels like them standing up for themselves and kind of pushing back and then unloading everything that's been weighing them down, that's been holding them back, so they can move to calmer waters. Wow. 6 of Swords. This is about balance of the mind, getting beyond whatever has been such a burden. And so, think of the turbulence of a, you're on a boat in a stormy sea, that turbulence, and then all of a sudden it gets to like crystal smooth glass water, and it just feels like such a relief. And I'm feeling the relief, and I'm feeling the balance of the mind, the peace of mind coming in with the Six of Swords, and underneath is this Ace of Wands. And I'm also going to take the Lover's card. I feel this masculine is carrying a torch for their twin flame. That's what's coming through. Gemini in that Lover's card. Also, Aries is the Emperor. It's basically ruled by Mars. And I did say the Virgo energy. But I'm feeling here there's a torch being carried. And that, they have a choice to make. What they're going to do with that. But they're really moving away from something that's been a burden for some time. Kind of like finally reached that moment of, yeah, I'm out. I can't deal with this. Queen of Wands in the past. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Yes. I'm feeling as if the Queen of Wands is someone else. A third party. Could be that this masculine is married or was married. This feels like a separation or a divorce. The Justice card is about a restoration of balance and fairness, and sometimes a sense of vindication. And because this Queen of Wands here feels like a person who's very comfortable with themselves and calling all the shots and getting their way, that's what I feel this masculine is breaking free from. And that Justice card would be a hint towards some formalized process. Something could involve a legal situation, like I said, filing papers, kind of. But in the absence of a marriage, it could just be like, wait a minute, boom, this isn't fair, and I need to kind of get out of this situation because there's no balance, no harmony. Libra energy in that Justice card. One more on that, please. King of Wands. Wow. So these two feel like a couple to me, or whether by marriage, could be two fire signs, whether by marriage or just together a very long time, to the degree that there would need to be some formalized process to go separate ways. This is what I see here. But I don't think this Queen of Wands is this feminine. And you have to understand that I'm also drawing off energies that have been coming through in the storyline over time, and also from the morning spread that I pulled, because I'm still pulling them. I just didn't record it. Yes, on the bottom, the Two of Wands, choosing the path. This masculine hits the wall in the past and knows, wow, there's a world of possibilities in the palm of my hand. I got to figure out what I want. I see the world. There it is. What do I want? And so even though it's underneath, I feel because this is all past facing, now I see it coming into being. The path's been chosen. Boom, I'm out. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I've got to get to calmer water, still holding a torch for the twin. So these two have been in separation, I believe. May still be. Emperor, fully in their power as divine masculine. Maybe coming to terms with their role. Look at the mirrored energy. Can't make it up. 8 of Pentacles. Wow. So they're learning about this role as the divine masculine, and they're feeling empowered. But this is, again, an apprentice card, right? So that Ride the Wave in reverse has something to offer here, which is, yeah, you might be all that in a bag of chips, but you've got some learning to do. So be teachable. Don't try to over-control the situation. Zero in, focus on creative solutions to the problems. That's the same energy that came through for this feminine. So there's the mirrored energy. One more on that. 4 of Pentacles. Don't give everything away. I feel this masculine is a bit guarded as they're in this process of coming to terms and learning new things about their role as divine masculine, which can be on an unconscious level. It can be kind of coming through 5D for them. It can be coming through in dream states. It can be coming through in, just moments like where they get a flash. And then they're just kind of sit and have to hunker down with that thought or that feeling or that energy for a while and focus on it. And it's kind of a little, it shakes one up and makes one feel very defensive. And I'm seeing the defensiveness in the Seven of Wands, but I'm seeing it here too. This is a little self-protective. Like, I got the center pentacle right in front of my heart chakra. Nothing penetrates. Nothing gets past this fortress. So kind of very guarded. But, you know, this feels to me like it's new information to some degree that they're working with, and that they feel like they have to kind of be very wary of the situation. On some level, they want to communicate. Passionate communication. Could be some travel too. The Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands are both travel cards. So there may be some travel involved, or that they're contemplating because it's underneath. And then in the future, that beautiful Virgo Hermit energy. Sometimes the Hermit comes through as a person. Someone who's wise, who's guiding, who's lighting the path and guiding the whole production, as it were. Sometimes it's an energy of really going within and sort of shutting out the world, becoming maybe a little reclusive, or at least investing in a lot of alone time, because you're looking inward for that self-awareness to better understand yourself from all these changes that I see coming through. And the Choice in that Lover's card. Solitary journey for sure. Wow. They're taking a risk here by walking away. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Yeah, I better move down. All right. So I'm getting a double down of the Hermit and this victory card of the Cancerian energy of the Chariot, that moving forward victoriously, either with or toward that Virgo energy of the Hermit. But we also have this lovely energy of the Fool, which is that Aquarian enlightened energy, the positive, hopeful, guided by Uranus, right? Expect the unexpected. Like everything, there's a little bit of inherent risk involved in what this masculine is undertaking. And so to some degree, I feel they're venturing out. This is the beginning of the Hermit's ascent up the mountain. They walk away from what no longer serves them. They turn their back on whether it's drama or just something that's no longer emotionally satisfying. You get where I'm going. And that's the part of the solitary journey I was seeing in the beginning. And there it is. Oh my God, that was somebody slamming their door. And then the Fool energy is about, yeah, there's some risk in this. There's some risk in this, but I'm moving forward. I'm not going to let anything get in my way. I will be victorious. So really beautiful energy here in the future, even though it feels a little, I don't want to say isolated, maybe closed off, shut off from the world. I feel it's a period of growth. A lot of growth is going to come from it for this masculine. Feminine, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, there's the separation I was feeling. Operating on intuition. High Priestess. No communication. There's sort of an emotional detachment here. And the Two of Swords underneath. And look at the mirrored energy of the Seven of Wands. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to tackle the underneath first. The Two of Swords is definitely going within to find the clarity. What's the truth of the situation? What's the truth of what you have to do, the decision you have to make, and how you're going to proceed? So it's a very introspective energy. The Two of Swords feels a little similar to the Hermit in that the answer isn't out there. You have to kind of close off all the noise and, get all the chatter out of your head and really go within and get quiet. And it feels like a very solitary energy as well. So you're not really taking action here. But here there's some that defensive energy that kind of, wait a minute. I really need to get clear about this for myself so I'm not taken advantage of. That Seven of Wands, again, feeling a little self-protective. But here's what I'm seeing is I feel that this feminine has felt or has embodied some measure of rejection of anything, like either feeling rejected by this masculine or kind of rejecting anything other than what they want, what they're truly after. This is very clear. There's a certain inner knowing of what you want. You are already connected to your higher self, feminine. You already have, your intuition on point. You're receiving the downloads. You're seeing the signs and synchronicities, and everything's making sense in little bits and pieces. And so this Four of Cups is like, I want no substitution. I want no substitution. So there is a little bit of pushing back other potential offers coming in, maybe being rejecting towards potential suitors, I will say. You know what I'm saying? It's just that energy of I'm not interested in anything else but what I want. And yet I have to get really clear about that. So to some degree, I'm feeling there's resistance to any other offers as you work to get clear on what's really been going on here and the decision you have to make. So you may be keeping someone else at arm's length here that is not this masculine. There may be someone else in the picture, or you may just be disinterested in anyone else at all. The Eight of Pentacles in the past, I love the mirrored energy of the Eight of Pentacles. Right here for the masculine, in the past for the feminine. Right, wanting that reconciliation. So the Eight of Pentacles focused on a creative solution to a problem so that you can kind of reconcile the differences. This is a victory card, and coming back, there's the peacemaking, right? No blood was shed, no men were lost, our kingdoms made peace is the energy of the Six of Wands. So there's victory, and everybody comes out to cheer the victory, but it's also about reconciling and finding a win-win outcome. That's what this feminine has been or was focused on in the past. And this could be last week, and it could be 10 years ago. It depends on your storyline. One more on that. Yes, wanting the endings and new beginnings. The World card coming in, the feminine really looking for a new opportunity, closing out a cycle so a new one can begin. The World card is Aquarius and Capricorn. It's got that as above, so below energy to it, but it is ruled by Saturn, so it's got more heavy Capricornian energy to it. Where you're learning lessons. That's what the World card is. It's, that you will learn from this. Seven of Pentacles, present energy, present experience, I should say, of the connection. It's a waiting game. Wow. 2 sevens, the Seven of Swords and the King of Swords. And here's the card of transformation and ships coming in. So I like that there. That sort of leads me to believe that on some level, this feminine is, I hate to use the word testing a situation to see if the change has really occurred. But that's what I feel is coming through, because I feel here that this feminine is sort of in this, I'll wait and see, right? I'll wait and see. Is this person still up to their old games? Or is this someone coming from high integrity? The King of Swords is often someone who lives by their highest ideals and standards. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is the astrological reference, but it's all about the realms of thought and how we think about the world, our idealized versions, not just of others, but of ourselves, and then living up to that. So there's high standards and ideals in this King of Swords, but more than anything, this is someone who wants to do things the right way. They care about their reputation. They care about what other people think. They want to be seen as competent and intelligent and respected. Get it? So it's all kind of very haughty and high vibe, and yet we've got this feminine going like, yeah, I don't know. Gonna wait and see. Are you up to old tricks, or have you evolved? Seven of Swords to a King of Swords, and underneath wondering if that transformation, this is what's in the psyche of the feminine. So kind of like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it, when it shows up and it's transformed. I'll believe it when I see it is kind of the message coming through right now. And then in the future, whoa, Knight of Swords, someone's going to spill the tea. We've got that fast-moving energy of truth, clearing the air on something that may have been misunderstood, perhaps. Co-creative energy, a willingness to work together, Queen of Swords, but I got some questions for you. Wow, Queen of Swords and that Three of Pentacles also in your morning, I call it the musing, but you get where I'm going. 10 of Cups underneath. So this feminine is very much interested in finding that, everything comes to fruition on an emotional level. The 10 of Cups, that happily ever after energy of, yeah, we made it. We made it. We got through this and we came out to all this beauty and joy and bliss, but it feels as if it's going to be a little sharp, a little like, there are going to be some rough edges here that need to be finally clarified. We've got the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. This is like, let me make myself perfectly clear, taking action with clarity and truth and honor and integrity. And the Queen of Swords is like, you really want to work on this together? Okay. We're going to start with, I've got some questions. Truth seeker, truth teller. Cuts to the chase, but notice that her hand is extended. So there is an energy of, I'm willing to meet you halfway here and have a meeting of the minds. And I'm willing to listen, but I've also got things to say. There you go with the listening and the speaking. And underneath, this is what it's all about, my friends. So if this is speaking to you, Leo, and you want to go the extended, the link is below. I've got like a hair right below the video in the description box in the first or second sentence. I will be there in a few seconds. And what I'm going to do is now take all this information and do a deep dive. And let's look at what needs to be your focus and what might be getting in the way of what you're after, what you're trying to accomplish. What can you do about that block? What can you expect to come of it? Then your messages to and from each other as divine counterparts. What is the masculine trying to say to the feminine at 5D and vice versa? One card for you, Leo, from your higher self, Spirit of the Universe. Will let your spiritual team weigh in and give you some advice. And then what can you expect going forward? What might be on the path? So that's what I'm going to do. I hope to see you there. If not, have a wonderful day. Take care, Leo. Bye-bye.